All right, class, this pool is alive and it's hungry. What do we do? Brian.
Don't be an above-ground fool. Stay away from the sentient pool.
Excellent work. I'll schedule you 10 minutes with 999. I know they all think I'm crazy, but I'm not crazy. See this security feed here? This is my office. And that is the living Nicolas Cage face pillow. I'm not crazy. Get it out of my office. There's a giant cat loose in Japan. Your suggestions on how to contain it were: Clef, Kondraki, and Strelnikov submitted, "Let me shoot it, no me, no me." That's a no for all of you. Connor said give it catnip, adorable but probably dangerous, as is Bright's suggestion to use an attack satellite as a laser pointer. No.
Do you think the SCP has to screen for monster fuckers?
Yes, we do. Monster fuckers, or demon daters for the asexual staff who just want to cuddle with Cthulhu, are just something that we have to deal with at the Foundation, because when we're a secret organization that gets the best and brightest, we're gonna get a bunch of weirdos, and they're usually the ones who say yes. Of course, knowing this, we've planned accordingly. Dr. Clef gets his Friday night date night with SCP-173. Yeah, it's that weird. You can check out the audio log of it on the Site-42 YouTube channel. And Dr. writes, I'm glad I'm not the one who has to chase down the rumors of every dalliance she may or may not have had with an SCP. Plus the fanfic she's written about other Foundation staff members. Good afternoon, class. Today's briefing is on SCP-5883. SCP-5883 is the meme known as Meanwhile in Australia. It's an older meme, but it checks out. By flipping an image 180 degrees vertically and adding the words Meanwhile in Australia, you activate the mimetic effect. And what happens when that effect is activated? The primary characteristics of the subject whose photograph was flipped are also flipped. That might be a little bit hard to follow, so let's have a couple examples. When a photo of SCP-682 was used for this meme, SCP-682 became friendly and talkative with staff. Dr. Clef became friendly and reasonable. Dr. Bright became sane to the point of being boring. Oh my 343, what if someone flips me? What if I've already been flipped?
So maybe I should just shut the fuck up. I'm bored. I don't wanna do that.
Sherman, buddy, how do you manage your time?
Our hero awakens to the 9 a.m. alarm, then hits snooze because mornings are the worst. Throw on wacky workout apparel. Nice. Then hide under the blanket for about an hour until the caffeine kicks in because mornings are, I repeat, the worst. Finally make it to the mat to do some yoga, one of the few consistent healthy things Sherman keeps tabs on. Nab a quick shower to clean up, grab one of the many Florida Man shirts, and we're ready to work. Nice. Make some TikToks for an hour or two, the difficulty of which determines whether it's 1 TikTok or 3 to 5, you never know. Teach dance for 5 or 6 hours. Hang out with Goose for a little bit. Collapse in bed, do it all again. On non-dance days, we record SCPs in the booth, or Children's Education app in the booth. We also do the on-camera recordings on the weekends. God, I need to upgrade this desk, don't I? This 4 days of dance, 2 days of work, 1 day of rest schedule would be a lot harder to pull off if I had a fluctuating schedule, so being a ballroom dance teacher and making my own schedule is very lucky, as is having Synthetic Alien and Charles as my editors for the YouTube videos, so that is off my plate. Thank you both. I learned from both my dance and fitness career that you have to have a set schedule, otherwise you can't build a routine, you can't build the habits to do this. Best thing I can say is your calendar app. You start with calendar, you log your time, and you go through it as a routine and you get used to it. And then get yourself friends, family, and partner that are okay with this workaholic mess, because I'm getting a lot done, but I'm very lucky Goose hasn't left me for neglect yet. Ugh. Good afternoon, staff. Dr. Sherman out in the field. Fun way to practice your SCP writing skills? Go to a vintage store. Throw a rock and you're gonna find something haunted in here. Heck, you might even find a legitimate SCP like the cowbell. Pick an object at random and start thinking, what does it do? Why does it do it? Who does it do it to? Who made it do what it do? Or if you're like me, you can pick up something weird that you can use for an SCP video or a photo for an SCP you're writing. I'm certain cursed off-brand Chester Cheetah could be good for something.
Who's calling me now? Hello? Hey, Steph. Why is there a Loki from another universe calling asking me for a ride? Oh, just handle it, Wanda! We still need to find my kids. You told me you're gonna help me find my kids. Not now, Wanda!
682 has breached containment for the last time. Giga impact! Off the top rope! Can't handle my son when he's grown!
Record yourself before and after Googling why were chainsaws invented.
Oh god. I was sure it was something about trees, but no, I think the internet's going to make me sad. Of course it was used on women! Mother
Redacted.
patriarchy!
Can I show you what I'm proudest of? The orphanage. I established the first private orphanage in New York City. The orphanage.
I want to put it in my mouth. Don't put it in your mouth, that's dangerous. I'm hearing what you're saying, but I'm looking at that and thinking nom nom nom. But it would kill you. But nom.
We've nicknamed the Spirit Walker materializes on this small town road 5 days a week around noon. The Spirit Walker was only brought to Foundation attention after a pedestrian felt a, quote, cold spot, a normal sign of paranormal interference. Invisible and intangible, we've only been able to film the entity using special camera filters. It's a Keter class because we can't contain it, but it is completely safe. The entity has only been observed waiting around for this ferryman, some kind of paranormal public transport. D1087, we need you to enter that doorway at the end of the hall.
What was that?
What was what?
Is he way there?
Confirmed, subject is suffering from auditory and possibly visual hallucinations.
Aw, that's your sneeze?
What?
It's just so cute.
It's a normal sneeze.
I can't believe the whole time you were trying to kill us, you had the cutest sneeze of all time.
I am not cute.
What are you trying to do, champ? Trying to turn you on. If you want to turn me on, just twist my nipples and call me daddy, mate. Seriously.
Oh, I'd rather not do that.
Well, it's up to you, big boy. That's how you turn me on.
Don't you have a switch or something?
No. Oh, yeah. Now call me daddy.
Daddy.
And there you go. Alternatively, you can just hit the switch on my back, mate.
God damn it.
Agent Applier, answer these questions to the best of your ability. Good. That's our baseline. Begin the real test. Good start. Subject's concentration is noticeably lagging. I don't like this. I've seen enough. End the test. Subject CRV is an 11.5 out of the necessary 14.5. We will not be giving you 2316 duty today. And this is SCP-1333-J, the Screaming Man. What did you expect? Thanks, TikTok. I hate it. I'll call this object class what the—
Redacted.
You're from the Serpent's Hand? Oh. Little does our friend here know, but that's not SCP-999. Simply its waste product. That's right. SCP-999 says eat
Redacted.
and die.
People who have to watch over the living statue just wait.
Now I know I've answered this question before, but not everybody sees every video, so let's review. To keep things simple, if you close both of your eyes, SCP-173 snaps your neck. This person isn't one of them, which is why I stitched them, but every time an SCP TikToker brings up SCP-173, the constant comment is, "Y'all are so dumb, why don't you just wink?" It's not as easy as you think, punks. You may be pretty good at alternating your winks so one eye always remains open. I may even ask you to do it for a 3-minute video and you'll show me how it's done. But that's in a controlled environment. But when your life is on the line, when your adrenaline is coursing through your body, when your heartbeat is pounding in your head, you may not have such fine motor control of those twitch responses. I'm not saying it's a bad plan. I'm just saying it's harder than you think it's going to be. Don't get cocky when your life's on the line. You do not recognize the bodies in the water. Markiplier broke TikTok talking about it. SCP TikTokers' comments are flooded with it. News articles have been written about it, including friend of the channel SCP Realized. But what does it all mean? I'm Dr. Sherman, TikTok's resident SCP scientist, and the answer is simpler than you'd think. SCP-2316 is a Keter-class cognitohazard. Keter class means it's very difficult for us to contain, and cognitohazard means it hijacks your brain. SCP-2316 is a lake in a location we will not be disclosing. Within this lake, there will manifest a collection of corpses. The cognitohazardous aspect is that the corpses make your brain think that you recognize the bodies, and therefore want to join them in the water. We have yet to recover the body of anyone who has fallen for this. Part of the allure of the article is how well crafted the writing is. You'll be given these prompts where you can affirm that you do not recognize the bodies in the water. Clicking the box verifies that you succeeded. However, you'll notice the phrase infecting the rest of the document, repeating as a madness mantra as you slowly lose your grip on your sanity. Until finally, oops, you failed. Go read the article for yourself, enjoy the memes, and like and follow for more intel from Dr. Sherman, director of Site-42 of the SCP Foundation. Hey there, Site-42 fam! It's come to my attention that not a lot of people know that we have a Site-42 SCP merch store. We've commissioned art from multiple artists to make SCP-related merch, and we've got stickers for the Site-42 channel. And so if you want some SCP merch, as well as helping support the Site-42 channel, teespring.com/stores/Site-42. Thank you in advance, and cheers!